Lick Brothers went out of business in 1977, and Gimbels, another major Market Street chain, followed soon after. Gimbels won't be remembered for the splendor of its store at 8th and Market. What gave Gimbels its claim to immortality, at least for 2 generations of kids, was its sponsorship of the annual Thanksgiving Day Parade, starting in 1920. Every year, until the store's closing, the parade would wind its way east on the Parkway, around City Hall, and east on Market Street to the store. The grand finale featured the arrival of Santa Claus, who would receive the keys to the city, and then ascend a fire truck ladder into the 4th floor of Gimbels. It just wasn't Christmas in Philadelphia until Santa Claus did his thing.
I was a Philadelphia fireman stationed at 10th and Cherry, and it was the custom that a fireman would be Santa Claus in the Gimbels Day Parade, because ladder 23 that was stationed in the firehouse was the ladder that Santa Claus would climb up to get into the old Gimbels building. And the battalion chief said that I was the fattest guy there and that I would fit right into it. And that's how it all began for me. That was, the Santa Claus floats were not of great quality. They were tied together with clothesline. They had little casters on the bottom, and it was just like a pallet that the sled was mounted on, and you would hold on for dear life. In the event that the Santa Claus would fall off the sleigh, the parade could continue, and the backup Santa Claus would go on. It was like the show must go on, you know, that kind of thing. We'd go through the parade, and you would wave the entire length, and the Gimbels parade would end at Gimbels. The queen of the parade would be there, and she would give the key for the city to Santa Claus to open up the holidays. And when all that publicity stuff was done, Santa Claus would put a bag of toys on his back, and he would climb up the ladder. And this is something that very few people will ever be able to vision what I've seen. I would go up a half a dozen rungs on the ladder, turn around, and look over Market Street in any given direction, and it was covered with people. From down as far as 7th Street at one end, at the other end as far up as probably 10th or 11th. It was nothing but people. I purchased for my own personal use a pair of Santa Claus glasses, like the old Ben Franklin kind. And this one year, I happened to forget to take the glasses with me when I left the house. And the makeup man said, just wear the ones you have on, which are very similar to what I'm wearing now. He said, they'll look perfectly fine. Not thinking that these glasses were photo gray glasses. We got to the end of the parade, and they're photographing, and all of a sudden, they're asking why Santa Claus is wearing sunglasses. Never thinking that I was wearing photo gray glasses. Well, that was my last year as doing Santa Claus, because I really don't believe that Commissioner Rizzo appreciated Santa Claus wearing sunglasses. And I feel that was one of the reasons that I kind of lost my job to be Santa Claus, and to be Santa Claus for a long time. It was one of the highlights of my life, really.